Cam Newton getting jumped. What y'all mean Cam Newton got jumped? Hold on. Cam Newton too big to get jumped. That boy would take out a whole army. Let me see. Cam Newton got jumped? Let me see. Wait a minute. I'm a Cam Newton fan. Let me see something. Did Cam Newton get jumped? I don't think so. NFL star Cam Newton slams person to the ground in intense brawl. Cam Newton had to put hands on somebody. Cam Newton found himself involved in an intense brawl that occurred at an event put on by his foundation, a 7-versus-7 league that plays tournaments across the campus. Videos of the fight are circulating on the internet, which shows a couple of guys shoving the NFL star around before they run off into an area with trees. One angle of the brawl shows the former NFL quarterback standing in the middle of a group of guys who jumped on him, resulting in him trying to hold them back for his own protection. Another man wearing a white t-shirt is seen coming up to Cam Newton, throwing a punch at Cam Newton, which appears to make contact with someone, although it is hard to tell if he caught Cam Newton or another individual. The NFL star was able to hold the group of guys off until police showed up to take control. Let me see if I can look at this. I support Cam Newton. I don't think he bunny hopping. Cam Newton held his ground. I'm watching it now, family. Cam Newton held his ground. Y'all crazy for going at Cam. That boy like 6'6", built like a fullback. Cam Newton built like the center. He built like a left tackle. Y'all crazy going at Cam Newton. Shout out to Cam Newton. I hope it all got worked out. Shout out to Cam Newton. I hope it all got worked out. DR.UMAR, I have a new massage parlor in West Philly. I would love to give you a free massage in exchange for a free Instagram live to promote my business. No problem, my sister. You can come give me I'm coming to get a free massage in West Philly, and I will promote your new massage business. No problem. It just can't be no hanky-panky, okay? You're not gonna pull a Deshaun Watson on me. No hanky-panky. It's gonna be a professional massage. You can't pull a Deshaun Watson on me. As long as you don't try to pull a Deshaun Watson on me, sister, we all right. I'm coming to West Philly for the free massage, and I'm going to promote your massage business. No problem. I got you, sister. That's a fair exchange. That's a fair exchange. Have you ever had a chance to read this book, The African Unconscious by Edward Bruce Bynum? I read it a long time ago. I probably need to reread it. I probably need to reread it. I probably need to reread it. DR.UMAR, are you free tonight when you get to Philadelphia? I would love to take you to a midnight diner and pick your brain. I don't know about midnight, my sister. That's kind of late. That's low chakra hours. You want to go to a midnight diner in Philly so you can pick my brain. I think we got to reschedule that for an earlier hour, my sister. What midnight diner in Philly? Where we go? What midnight? I'm not aware of no midnight diner in the city of Philadelphia. Midnight is too late, my sister. I think you're trying to pick something else. I think you're trying to pick on something else. I don't think you're trying to pick my brain, sister. We can't do that, my sister. That's too late. We got to make that a little earlier. That midnight is a little too late, my sister. If it's not too much, I wanted to start donating. I'm now back on my feet. Appreciate you, family. Nah, midnight, picking my brain at midnight. I don't know about this. We lost our elders, our mighty men, our prophets, the first people. We lost our men. Okay, you said we used to be 9 feet tall. Africans used to be 9 feet tall, 7 feet tall. Well, let me say this to you, my brother. I don't know if we used to be 9 feet tall or 7 feet tall. I don't know if we used to be 7 feet tall or 9 feet tall. I don't want to be 7 feet tall or 9 feet tall. Shout out to all my 7-foot Africans around the world. I don't want to be 7 feet tall or 9 feet tall. My knees are already pushing up against the seat on the airplane, my brother, at 6'3 3/4. My knees are already pushing up the seat in front of me on the airplane, my brother, at 6'3 3/4, my brother. So I don't want to be 7 feet tall. My legs are already about to fall off the hotel bed, my brother. My legs are already about to fall off the hotel bed, my brother. I don't want to be 7 feet tall and 9 feet tall. Now, if my ancestors used to be 7 feet tall, if my ancestors used to be 9 feet tall, all power to my ancestors who used to be 7 feet tall and 9 feet tall. All power to my ancestors who used to be 7 feet tall and 9 feet tall. But I don't want to be 7 feet tall. That's not good for the airplane. That's not good for the hotel room. That's not good for these low buildings. I don't want to be 7 feet tall. I like 6'3 3/4. I like 6'3 3/4. And when it's time to make black magic, 7 feet is just a little too tall for my queens. When it's time to make black magic, my queens prefer 6'3 3/4. The Ifa Tunde Queendom, they prefer 6'3 3/4. So if you want to be 7 feet, my brother, all power to you. Maybe you can get drafted by the NFL. Okay? But I love you too, Trey D301. I love you too, Trey D301. I'd rather be 6'3 3/4. Y'all can keep that 7 feet. Y'all can keep that 8 feet. Y'all can keep that 9 feet. I'd rather stay 6'3 3/4. Let me go to the next. What's the latest on Wendy Williams, brothers and sisters? What's the latest on Wendy Williams, brothers and sisters? Talk to me about the man who got shot in his sleep in Carroll Stream, Illinois. There were multiple points on your live yesterday that reminded me of points from this. When teaching a toddler about African history, where to start? Images. Images. Newborn to 3 is images. 2 and beyond is reading and literature. Birth to 2 is images. You want to teach your baby about African culture? Their room better be filled with images. Your house better be filled with black people, black images. Birth to 2, it's all about the images. How many African images are in your home? Stop putting them in front of white TVs. Stop putting them in front of white cartoons. You're teaching inferiority. I'm in Martinique under the sun. Where my French Martinique Africans at? Albino is African. We do not discriminate. I've seen plenty of beautiful albino queens. Plenty of beautiful albino queens. Oh yes, I would marry an albino sister if she conscious. If she conscious and curvy, we can jump the broom. Shout out to all my albino queens out there. Shout out to all my albino queens out there. If she conscious and curvy, we can jump the broom. Conscious and curvy. Oh yes. We must be conscious and curvy for the prince. Let me see who else we got texting the prince. Meal preferences. No pork. Don't feed me no pork. No cilantro. No arugula. That arugula and that cilantro don't sit well in my stomach. I'm allergic to ackee. No ackee. I can eat saltfish, but no ackee. I'm in Martinique. Where my Martinique Pan-Africanists at? Conscious and curvy. What have you done for the community besides travel? Okay. Let me answer the question. What has Dr. Umar done for the community besides travel? It's a ridiculous question, but I'm going to answer the question because I'm a humble brother. What has Dr. Umar done for the community besides travel? It's a ridiculous question, but I'm going to answer the question because I'm a humble brother. First of all, more than any black psychologist in American history, I have trained, prepared, and educated the entire black community, and especially our parents, on the art of how to navigate, succeed, and win against the school to prison pipeline. How to navigate, succeed, and win against the special education conspiracy. More than any psychologist of my race on the planet, I have brought black parents up on the war, the ADHD war, the psychiatric drug war against African children. I'm the reason thousands of black children are no longer in special ed. I'm the reason thousands of black boys are no longer in juvenile detention. I'm the reason thousands of black children will never go into special ed. I'm the reason thousands of black children will never be evaluated for ADHD, conduct disorder, ODD, learning disability. I'm the reason that millions of black children will never be put on psychiatric drugs. You dare ask, what do I do? I've only evaluated a quarter of a century of black children to keep them out of the school to prison pipeline. How dare you ask me, what do I do besides travel and raise the consciousness? What do I do besides travel and organize, travel and motivate, travel and educate, travel and inspire? And on top of that, let me throw you this at you. I haven't charged personally for a lecture. I haven't charged the people. I charged the organization. But I haven't personally put on an event that I have charged for since 2020, and we are now in 2024. Do you know what that means? I haven't personally put on and charged for an event since COVID. 4 years, and I haven't charged for any of my messages in 4 years. 4 years, I haven't charged for a single lecture in 4 years, nor did I charge for a single lecture between 2000 and 2010. Excuse me. Yeah, 2000 and 2015, I didn't charge. So that's about 20 years of free lecturing. 20 years of free lecturing. And you want to know what I do? How many families I kept together? How many marriages I kept together? How many suicides have I prevented? How many teachers have I trained? How many young people have I brought to Pan-Africanism? How many brothers I've influenced to stop bunny hopping? How many sisters stop dating white? How many sisters wear their own hair? Are you kidding me? Who has done more for Pan-Africanism than me this century? Nobody on earth. Nobody on the planet Earth has done more for Pan-Africanism than me. Male, female, youth, elder. Not in Africa, not in Europe, not in the Caribbean, not in Americas, not in Australia. Nobody. And you can quote me on that. You can quote me on that. You can quote me on that. So now, I think the power structure gave Wendy Williams some bad meds. The power structure gave Wendy Williams some bad meds. Kanye West called it. They tried to do Kanye the way they did Wendy. They tried to do Kanye the way they did Wendy. They tried to do Kanye the way they did Wendy, but Kanye was too slick. Kanye was too slick. Once he stopped bunny hopping, I'm going to bring him into the movement. Once Kanye West stopped bunny hopping, we're going to bring him into the movement. They tried to do Kanye West the same way they did Wendy Williams, but Kanye was too sharp. Once Kanye stopped bunny hopping, I'm going to bring him into the movement. We got to have a long conversation when I get to Coppin State. Because I heard that there was a frat fight. I heard that there was a fraternity scuffle at Coppin State's homecoming, was it? Maybe not homecoming, but something. There was a football game, basketball game, party, and the fraternity started fighting at Coppin State. From what I understand, there's a beef between Coppin State and Morgan State black fraternities. From what I hear, there's a beef between Coppin State and Morgan State black fraternities. We can't have that. We cannot have the divine nine fighting one another. We cannot have the divine nine. So I'm going to propose a mediation. We're going to have a peace treaty, a tribunal. Dr.UMAR Ifatunde is going to negotiate a peace treaty between the divine nine of Coppin State and Morgan State. We can't have this. You are a fraternity founded on the principles of scholarship and service and brotherhood. How dare you be fighting one another? How dare you be fighting them? Coppin State, Morgan State, we got to have a black male sit down. Coppin State, Morgan State. If you go to Coppin State and Morgan State, please send me a text message and let me know what's happening. If you are a HBCU Coppin State student or alumni, if you are an HBCU Morgan State student or alumni, if Howard University has anything to do with this, if Bowie State has anything to do with this, if Delaware State has anything to do with this, if the University of Maryland Eastern Shore has anything to do with this, I need to hear from you. Send me a text message, 215-989-9858. Is there a black fraternity beef going on between HBCU Coppin State and HBCU Morgan State? Is there a black fraternity beef going on between HBCU Coppin State and HBCU Morgan State? Does HBCU Howard University have anything to do with this? Does HBCU Bowie State University have anything to do with this? Does the University of Maryland Eastern Shore have anything to do with this? I need to hear from you. Send me a text message. Was there a fraternity fight at Morgan recently? Was there a fraternity fight at Coppin recently? I need to hear from you. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. Where my Martinique Pan-African is at. I'm in the island of Martinique right now. I'm in the island of Martinique. Where's the museum? Where's the Pan-African is at? Where's the black restaurant? Where's the river? Where's the old slave relics? Where's the slave dungeons? Martinique, I'm in the building. Where my Martinique Big Papa supporters? Where my Martinique Ifatunde supporters? I'm in the building. Shout out to Guadeloupe for coming out yesterday. I love my Guadeloupean family, my Guadeloupean Africans. Nothing but fun, nothing but fun. I'm going back to Philly for a double header. I'm going back to Philly for a double header. I'm going back to Philly for a double header. I have Lower Marion, Pennsylvania, R.I.P. Kobe Bryant, Thursday night, 6 to 9. Lower Marion, Pennsylvania, Black Parents Seminar, R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. I'm going to see all my Lower Marion Africans Thursday. I'm going to see all my Lower Marion Africans Thursday. I'm going to see all my Lower Marion Africans Thursday. In Philadelphia, comedy show Friday night, March 1st. Philadelphia comedy show, Germantown Avenue, Friday night, March 1st. Philadelphia is a Laugh for a Village, Friday night, 7 o'clock, Germantown Avenue. Prince of Pan-Africanism hosts Black Conscious and Comedy Slam. Pull up, Philly. It's a Philly Lower Marion doubleheader. It's a Lower Marion Philly doubleheader. And then I'm off to UMass, where my University of Massachusetts Africans at. I'm off to UMass, where my University of Massachusetts Africans at. And then from UMass, it's on to Guyana. Where are my Guyanese Africans? I'm pulling up March the 7th. Rest in peace, Walter Rodney. Long live Walter Rodney. Long live the Pan-Africanist Walter Rodney. Guyana, March the 7th. Are you ready? The Prince of Pan-Africanism returns to South America. Guyana, are you ready? March 7th through the 11th. Atlanta, Morehouse College. HBCU Morehouse, March the 18th. HBCU Morehouse, March the 18th. Florida A&M University, HBCU FAMU Tallahassee. HBCU FAMU Tallahassee, I'm pulling up March 25th through the 29th. HBCU Florida A&M University, I'm pulling up for the Black Psychology Conference, March the 25th through the 29th. New Orleans, Louisiana, March the 23rd. New Orleans, Louisiana, March the 23rd. I don't bleach my skin, family. I don't bleach my skin, family. I don't bleach my skin, family. Martinique, I got a 5-hour layover. Can we go catch a breakfast or a lunch? Martinique, I got a 5-hour layover. Can we go catch a breakfast or a lunch? Martinique, I got a 5-hour layover. Where the museums in Martinique? Where the river? Where the Rastafari at? Where the Garveyites? Martinique, I'm in the building. Somebody come get me from the airport, please. Will somebody please come get me from the Martinique airport? Will somebody please come get the Prince of Pan-Africanism, King Kong Consciousness, Intercontinental Ifa Tunde, the most requested black scholar? Where my Martinique Africans at? Let's go to lunch. Who want to go to lunch in Martinique? Who want to go to lunch in Martinique? Who want to go to lunch with the Prince in Martinique? Where my Martinique Africans at? Where my Martinique Africans at? No sub, brothers. This is platonic. I got a 5-hour layover. I'm about to go do some sightseeing, family. I'm about to go climb the mountains in Martinique and look for the ancestor shrine. I'm about to climb the mountains of Mount Martinique and look for the ancestor shrine. I don't respond to DMs, send me an email. I don't respond to DMs, send me a text. I don't respond to DMs, send me a WhatsApp. I don't respond to DMs, send me an email. I don't respond to DMs, send me a text. I don't respond to DMs, send me a WhatsApp. I'm going outside. Let me feel Martinique energy. Let me feel Martinique energy. Excuse me. Bless. I'm in Martinique, brothers and sisters, with a 5-hour layover. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I'm on the island of Martinique for the first time in my life. I'm on the lovely island of Martinique for the first time in my life. I gotta find something to do. Where my Martinique Pan-Africanists at? I'm going to the river. I want to recheck first. I think I want to recheck. Martinique, the Prince of Pan-Africanism is here. Melanin drip, melanin drip, melanin drip. Martinique, King Kong Consciousness,